What's going on, guys? Welcome back to the Trenchgrenade channel. I'm your host, the talking ball of lava that your mom said you had at home. We are out on the range today, so bear with any gunfire you hear in the background. Hashtag Paul Harrell. Today we are going to be discussing the meta for 30 cal in 2023. It may surprise some of y'all, and some of y'all it may not surprise. It's going to be a little bit controversial, but you'll get over it, or you'll just freaking drink water and carry on. Not everything has to be in line with your opinions. Before we continue, the Discord server is live. If you want to stay up late and talk about your favorite AK builds and all the things you do on the range or whatever, get down there and check out the Discord. Don't incriminate yourself. There are probably feds in there, so don't be in there talking about some machine gun you build or something dumb like that. I don't want to know about it. Keep it away from the Discord. Okay, the Patreon is live. It is the only source of funding for the channel. If you want to directly support the channel, that is the only way monetarily to support the channel right now and going forward. Okay. The 4 rules of firearm safety: treat every weapon as if it's loaded. Keep your fingers straight off the trigger until you're ready to engage. Always be aware of your target and its surroundings. And don't point the weapon at anything that you don't intend to destroy. Okay, guys. So the drink for today's video is water. It is 87 degrees or something out here, and it is hot. So cheers. Nothing discussed in today's video should be taken as legal advice or as a substitute for legal advice. Always remember the 4 rules of firearm safety. Treat your weapon as if it is loaded at all times. Keep your finger straight off the trigger until you're ready to engage. Be aware of your target and its surroundings, and never point your weapon at anything you don't intend to destroy. The Discord server is live. Get in there, get some gaming buddies and some buddies to train with. The Patreon is live. It is the only source of funding for the channel. If you're interested in it, get over there and check out the Patreon. We could sure use your help. Thanks. Alrighty, so hydrate or die. Here we go. Let's talk about the meta for 30 cal in 2023. Okay, I am rocking obviously a Yugo. A Yugo freaking M70. Okay, out here on the range for the demonstration piece. That you don't have to get a freaking this one. This is what I have. Okay, this weapon, I guess we'll talk about it real quick. It is compensated, right? Got a badass compensator. Feels basically like shooting 5.56 with this comp. Midwest Industries stuff. Check out AK Operator Union site for all the gear that's on this rifle. Magpul freaking thing. AR style stock. Hollow Sun Red Dot. Midwest Industry side rail. Okay, that's the gun. All right, guys. So in 2023, what I'm seeing is a lot of guys are trying to get into 300 Blackout. And I think that would be a very poor investment. And I'm going to talk about why. It's really hard to stock up on ammo, okay? All the guys that buy 300 Blackout, they buy it for a bad gun because it's just as good as an AK and it's concealable or whatever. But then they don't actually train with the gun because they can't afford to train with the gun because ammo is like 56 to 60 cents a round in most places. So yeah, so ammo availability for 300 Blackout is going to be a huge con. If you're going to get 300 Black, you need to suppress it because that is the intent of 300 Blackout, right? To be a quiet gun. If not, why would you not just buy AK 760x39 and already be leaps and bounds ahead of where you're going to be with freaking 300 Black? So other issues with 300 Black. Let's see. Like I said, ammo availability. You can't just go to any store in America and expect them to have 10,000 rounds of 300 Black sitting there. Guess what? You can go basically anywhere and get 760x39 and AK mags and be good to go. All right. So that is going to be a huge con of 300 Black right now. It is going to be ammo availability. Yes, you can get it online, but it's going to cost you. Okay. The name 300 Blackout is cringe as hell. I know it's petty. I think it's fucking stupid. Excuse my French. I think it's stupid. Okay. So the name, cringe. What else? The biggest issue I have with 300 Black is guys trying to say it's okay. It's better than 5.56. I can shorten it down and it's better than an AK. Well, I got news. Your 300 Blackout crew is like the anti-Glock crew in a lot of ways. I see them as, oh, Glock fanboy. They hate Glocks, but then they go and buy a freaking MMP 2.0. It's like you bought a Glock, just a different type of Glock, right? So in my opinion, 300 Blackout, it had its hype for a long time, but I don't feel like it ever really took off. I think for the guys that it did take off with, I think they're chasing this fantasy of being able to run their AR, but just, you know, as an AK, but they're just running away from AK. So if you are that 300 Blackout dude, I would encourage you to actually freaking stock up on ammo
Headphone
and
warning,
actually
guys. For
train
some
with the
reason, the
gun,
microphone picked up
because
really
most
loudly on
guys
these
that run
first
300
few
black,
rounds
they don't
that I
train with
shoot
their
here.
guns, and it
So be
really
careful.
just drives me insane. Let's do some quick shooting for all the zoomers out there that are getting bored. Okay, so more about 300 black. A lot of guys that are getting into 300 black, they're getting into it because they didn't want an AK, they wanted a bad gun, they wanted to suppress it to be really quiet. Well, I need to discourage you from doing that, because all the reasons I've already discussed. Plus, you know, your buddies are going to hate you when you come to the range, because if you put one of the 300 black out and they're freaking 5.56, you're going to blow up their gun. It's going to be a whole ordeal. So my advice is stay away from 300 blackout. If you already committed to it and if you're not too deep into the 300 blackout freaking community, maybe consider selling that gun and stocking up, getting an AK, or just doing more training with your 5.56 anyway, because at the end of the day, training with that 5.56, even though you want that 30 cal, is going to be better than not having everything you want for your 300 black. You could time this fucking reload on a sundial. All right, so yeah, if you're not too committed, my advice would be just get an AK or just do more training with your 5.56. Honestly, I think you'll be happier either just going with the AK, one, for the vibe, okay, two, there's mags everywhere, you can get ammo anywhere. 7.62's probably killed more people than almost any other caliber in the world ever, so that's another thing to think about. It's killed a ton of hogs. All people hunt with 7.62 by 39. It's just a really good freaking caliber. If you already have that freaking gun, that 300 blackout gun, if you're not committed, I would sell it to some sucker that wants AK stopping power, whatever, and they want a 30 caliber projectile. Okay, cool. What it all comes down to, guys, is if you're in the 300 blackout crew, you got to weigh the pros and cons. If you're training with it, you're just running drills every day with your gun, and you got it suppressed, and you got all the things that you set out to do with it, you are not who I'm talking to. I'm talking to the dude that just started the build, who's trying to get 30 cal stopping power, whatever, and they don't want an AK. To that guy, I would say stop and consider just getting more ammo for your 5.56, more training for the 5.56, or going the route of the AK if you're just committed to getting 7.62 or something in 30 caliber for the barrier defeating and all the knockdown, whatever. Maybe think about an AK. But I would steer y'all away from getting into 300 black. Okay, just my 2 cents. So I think the meta, if you really do want a 7 or something that has a little bit more freaking knockdown power and barrier penetration, I would recommend just going with an AK pattern rifle. There's all kinds of good ones out there. Freaking Palmetto State Armory is making the AK-103. You really can't go wrong with it. Check out Blue Gene Operator. He has a series on that. I think Grantham has a video on the PSA AK-103. KUSA makes AK-103s too. They're all over the place. Can't control everything, guys. But yeah, freaking definitely look into getting the AK if you're really committed to getting a 30 caliber weapon. But yeah, that's just my 2 cents. Let's do some shooting with the freaking M70 here. Here we go. What angle would I want to see if I was at home in the AC right now? It would be this one. I'll give you guys a different angle here. Guys, if you're mad right now because you have a 300 black and it's your favorite gun, freaking shoot with it, train with it. It's not the end of the world, okay? I'm not attacking you. This is for those guys that aren't quite committed yet to their build. Just get a freaking AK. This gun is a lot of fun, guys. Okay, so in summary, for 30 cal meta in 2023, I would say stay away from 300 black, stock up on 7.62 by 39, get an AK that you like, and get some freaking rounds down range, get some training, get a kit that you like to LARP in, okay, like the Soviet style belt rig, and just get out on the range with some buddies and train. I don't think 300 Blackout is a good choice for you if you don't have the budget to freaking run it. That is what it comes down to at the end of the day for me. All right, guys. Till next time, this is going to be Trenchgrenade signing out. Be cool with each other in the comments. Cheers.
The biggest thing I want to articulate, guys, is whatever you choose, whether it be 7.62 by 39 and an AK or freaking 300 Blackout with your AR platform, just make sure you train. Get a group of guys and train.
Remember, guys, at the end of the day is your gun. Run whatever makes you happy, okay? If 300 Blackout is your thing, run it. Train with it. Get some buddies that have the same caliber, okay? Be my advice, and train. But compared to freaking 7.62 by 39, I think you're compromising in ways that you don't really anticipate. Just my 2 cents, guys. I would rather have a dude with his AK and a red dot and freaking whatever and built out and a lot of training than a dude with 200 rounds of 300 Blackout. He's going to switch to it because that's what he's going to use for the boog. Just my 2 cents, but I'll take the AK guy any day of the week over the other guy that is just wanting to stick with his AR platform. Another thing that's cool about the AK, if you're really worried about freaking bulk, you can just freaking take the optic off, guys, if that's what you're into. I guess I'll do it right here. You can just take it off, okay? And then you can run it lightweight. Not that it's too heavy with the dang, not that it's that heavy, but it is definitely a vibe. And I do think AK 7.62 by 39 AK is still the meta for 30 cal. This gun is getting hot, though. I can tell you that. If you haven't shot a lot of AKs, you need to get used to the heat of the gun.
So let's just talk about some quick pros of running 300 black. It is going to be smaller. You can take it apart and put it in a bag easier. So there are pros. Your splits will be faster typically with the 300 blackout if you're running a standard AK safety compared to a standard AR safety based on those two platforms. But in my opinion, guys, I'm going to stick with the 7.62 by 39 because the track record of the round has killed a ton of people, and I can find magazines all over the world. I can find ammo all over the world in pretty much any store I go to. So for me, for my purposes, I'm going to run the AK-103 style of weapon, whether that be the 16-inch gun or the 10-inch guns. All right, guys, you run whatever you want to run. Be cool with each other in the comments. Let me know if you choose 7.62 by 39 or 300 blackout and why.
Guys, it is hot out here. It is a day. It is hot.